Starting off with number 10. They say that it's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye. Technically, the same applies to skull fractures, poisoning, and third-degree burns. Throughout history, toy makers have designed some truly brutal products. Lawn darts, anyone? But with modern-day lawsuits, you'd think we would have curbed that problem. Yet, in their fervor to create the next Slinky, Etch-a-Sketch, or Tickle Me Elmo, toy manufacturers continue to put dangerous product designs on the market. Number 9. Remember those tiny little capsules that promised to magically grow into giant dinosaurs like the ones on the package? When dunked in water, those capsules would only transform into lumpy, vaguely dinosaur-shaped disappointment. Now what if we told that child version of you that there was a marble-sized ball that, when wet, could literally grow to 400 times its original size? Fun, huh? Now imagine that these colorful marble-sized balls somehow made it down into your small intestine. Number 8. As our last entry proved, it's no secret that little kids like to put random stuff in their mouths. With this in mind, non-toxicity should be a pillar of any good toy. That's not always the case. There are lapses in judgment that include slightly toxic paints or plastics, and then there's making a product out of a substance that, when eaten, turns into a date-rape drug. When arranged into designs and then sprayed with water, Aquadots magically locked these colorfully arranged designs into place. The bad news was that kiddos could also suffer respiratory depression, be rendered comatose, or suffer seizures from the severely toxic chemical used to make them. Over 4 million units were recalled when it was determined that magical beads weren't worth all the comas. One kid was even hospitalized for 5 days. Number 7. The kite tube. Nope, emblazoning your highly dangerous airborne equipment with the skull and crossbones and the slogan "Never kite higher than you are willing to fall" will not prevent your product from being banned. The Wago kite tube experienced such a fate. That happened when 2 people die and dozens of others are severely injured, including a broken neck and punctured lung. Number 6. Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kids Dolls. Remember those Garbage Pail Kids trading cards that grossed out parents in the 80s? They had nothing on actual Cabbage Patch Kids dolls that seemed to develop a taste for children. The Snack Time Kids doll involved a motorized mouth mechanism that allowed the doll to eat plastic foods. Kids being kids, it didn't take much for fingers and hair to get trapped in those evil dolls' unforgiving maws. While such a doll wasn't exactly life-threatening, parents unsurprisingly didn't like their kids' favorite new pals pulling their hair out by the roots. Number 5. Buckyballs. Desk toys are obviously marketed toward a slightly more mature audience. But that doesn't mean they're guaranteed to keep kids away from the surgeon-ass knife. Buckyballs were super strong magnetic ball bearings that could be used to construct creative desk sculptures or even to play darts on your refrigerator. While that part was true, the whole stress reliever marketing angle proved far more ironic. Unfortunately, these round magnets slid easily down youngsters' gullets. Number 4. CSI Fingerprint Examination Kit. While there's something a little grim about children playing with toy forensic investigation kits meant to mimic the collection of evidence at a murder scene, at least it's just for fun. After all, kids have come up with some pretty twisted forms of play since time immemorial. Marketed off the popular CBS crime show, CSI Fingerprint Examination Kits allowed kids to snap on the latex gloves and collect incriminating play evidence, most notably by dusting for fingerprints. Unfortunately, the fingerprint dust that came with the kit also contained a real-life occupational hazard, one of the deadliest forms of asbestos. Number 3. Splash-off water rockets. Remember earlier in this list when all those kids ate date-rape drug-covered toys and ended up in comas? Remember how their manufacturer had to shell out $1.3 million because they knew about the danger but did nothing? Well, Spin Master already had plenty of other awful toy ideas long before that. Besides their toy airplanes that managed to burn users, or the other toy airplanes that broke apart midair, In the late 90s they even made a toy rocket that could explode. Just like the real dangers of space travel. The splash-off water rocket used water pressure from a hose to build up energy until kiddos and hobbyists could stomp on the launcher and send the rockets flying. Sadly, at least 37 cases were reported of the rocket exploding from the pressure or otherwise flying off in unpredictable directions, causing lacerations to the hands and face. Number 2. Aqualeisure baby boats. Babies love water. They love to splash in it, toddle through it, drink it, and let it loose right in their pants. So for parents intent on setting their babies adrift, the Aqualeisure baby boat was an adorable godsend. Too bad the cheaply made inflatable boats tended to tear rather easily, causing dozens of babies to plunge right through. And with number 1 we have easy bake ovens. For some reason, many children through the years haven't realized that they don't need to waste their preciously short childhoods baking their own cookies. The popularity of the Easy Bake Oven, which uses a real heating element to actually bake dessert items, may have reached its apex in 2006. That year, it was voted into the National Toy Hall of Fame. But Hasbro, the makers of the Easy Bake Oven, didn't have long to celebrate. A year later they were forced to recall 1 million of their plastic models when it was discovered that a design flaw allowed the oven to easily trap and severely burn children's tiny little fingers. This is obviously a recipe for disaster, especially given that the ovens could reach temperatures of up to 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. All told, nearly 250 incidents were reported, including 16 cases of second or third degree burns. One unlucky 5-year-old girl was even forced to undergo a partial finger amputation. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos here on Simply Top 10.